afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our second panel discussion. You presented two questions at our last meeting, and we're going to delve into question number one. And that is, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? I'm going to start with you, Kristen. If you got $1 million, Kristen, what would you do with it?
Well, if I had $1 million, I would invest it in something promising to get more money than I need. And take care of my family and everything. Yeah.
Okay, so what would you do with it? You would invest it, and you would take care of your family?
Yes.
That's a good thing to do. Neighbor, what would you do if you had $1 million?
If I had $1 million, I would buy the things I need, like clothes, a house, a lot of food that would last me like a whole year. And then if I have more money, I would buy it on things I want.
David, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it?
If I had $1 million, I would pay off all things that need to be paid off that my family has. I would buy things that I want. I would invest so I can get more money later, and I would give back to
Rico, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it?
First, I have a question. So we're living under the circumstances that we already are under, right? So we just got $1 million, just like we're doing already. But you still got your parents and all that stuff doing what they do.
Oh yeah, if you want $1 million right here today, if I told you, oh my goodness, Rico, you just won $1 million at your age and your situation right now, what would you do with it?
Okay, first, I'll probably buy like $3,000 worth of shoes. Then second, invest in specifically Apple stocks. A good amount of Apple stocks. And then third, start my own martial arts art line or graphic line, so you can put it on book bags and all that stuff. So like you can get special made suits and all that stuff. It's basically a sponsor of my own, and help my parents with their situations. And other than that, I'll probably get a car for myself, a nice one, but not too expensive. Just a nice one.
Wow, I'm going to be your friend. You could buy me $3,000 shoes. That's a dream for me. Ms. Kennedy, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it?
I would split the cost first, and then I would invest in like different companies. And the other half, I would own a jewelry store in New York.
So invest in different companies, split the money. What would you split it?
Well, I would divide the money first, and then like invest in the companies, and then the money I have left over, I would own a jewelry store in New York.
Okay. Right. I've heard a lot of very interesting things that you guys would do with $1 million. Invest in companies. You would buy a home, food, do some of the things you always wanted to do, pay off. I'm not sure if I heard pay off bills, because I don't know if any of you guys have bills. I guess you're going to pay off your parents' bills. You're going to buy things that you want, give back to the community. $3,000 in shoes, wow. Apple stock, that's a very, very good thing to do, is invest in stocks. Start your own martial arts line, graphic art, book bags and the like. Help parents, buy car. Anything else you guys would do? Do you have second thoughts on extending that $1 million? Rico.
Make my own barber shop so I can give people like him a shape up for free and discounts and all that stuff, and all that good stuff, and make my own self barbershop system. I'm gonna invent a robot where it has clippers and different types of clippers that you can use. So when you need to shape up, it's just like if you're in the house doing nothing, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go out somewhere, I need to shape up. So you don't gotta go to the barber shop. You just power the thing on, and then it shapes you up, and then magically your hair on scene again.
Oh, investment. That's like turning money into money. Sounds good. Anyone else had a second added thoughts on what they would do with $1 million? Okay. Well, that $1 million, it seems like you guys will think about it and invest well. I got a lot of very intelligent responses on that. Very good. Now we'll move on to our question number 2. Question number 2 is, should children wear uniforms to school? Should children wear uniforms to school? Kennedy, you want to start this one off?
Sure. I say no because some children like to express themselves through fashion and clothes than wearing boring uniforms.
Rico?
I would say the same thing that she's saying. One thing I would add on is the difference between wearing uniform and not wearing uniform. People always say that some kids are less fortunate than others, so they don't have like all this stuff. But actually, if you observe, then you'll see it on their uniform too, if you would be like that. So that's how I feel about that. I would wear uniforms.
Should not wear uniforms. David, what do you think on this one?
I actually go to a school where I have to wear uniforms, and I think it's perfectly fine. Like Rico said, some people are less fortunate, so they don't have the things that people have. So I think it's good that you don't have to worry about being like made fun of. Okay, everybody's wearing the same thing, and it makes the school look good because you're in uniform. Nobody's pants hanging off the butt and stuff like that. So I think it's good, and also. At my school, we have days where you can dress down, so you can express yourself as you please on those days.
So what do people normally do on the dress down days?
And wear regular casual clothes.
Casual? Okay. So you have something to look forward to if you don't want to wear uniform. Neva, what do you think?
I think yes and no because no, we shouldn't wear uniform because I think that uniform is boring. Nobody likes it. And I think we should wear uniform because it takes like an hour for us to pick out our clothes. So, and we could be doing something more productive for that.
Kristen, do you think children should wear uniforms to school?
Well, I also go to school where you wear uniforms and everything, and it's cool. I mean, it's fine. I'm fine with it, but I think like more students and everybody will be like more like free and like can you say expressive, like if they're wearing the clothes that they choose to wear, and everything. But it is like what David said. It is pretty really boring every day to wear the same uniform and everything.
Okay. Well, I went online and I was looking up what others might have to say about uniform, see what the general consensus was about uniform. I'm going to read just some of the responses that I found. For instance, uniforms promote better behavior. Let's see what you think about this. Requiring uniforms takes the peer pressure off the table regarding clothes. This ends all of the arguments at home about what to wear and inappropriate choices. It also promotes pride in one's school. When out after school, you can readily identify those kids from your school by their uniform. And I think kids take pride in this. It promotes discipline because of the uniformity, less distraction due to clothes. Plus, it is easier on the budget for families. What do you guys think about that statement? You agree?
I agree.
You agree? Christian, what do you have to say?
Well, if like peer pressure and everything, and kids are getting bullied, what they wear when they come to school and dress on day, and they gotta like take care of that and everything. I'm like yeah. I mean, not like that, but I just want to get everybody's attention, right? But they gotta and yeah.
So you're thinking that wearing a uniform actually eliminate the bullying because everyone is in the same.
Well, it does eliminate the bullying, but still, like, I think that they will be like more free.
Wearing uniforms. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Without.
Okay.
Okay. So you don't think the statement that this ends all the arguments at home about what to wear and inappropriate choices, it also promotes pride in one's school?
If a principal is worried about people wearing inappropriate clothing, then they should make that statement clear and put like restrictions and stuff and like or give like, but still like if you go to like a public school and they wear uniforms, like you should stick it to them and tell them that they shouldn't wear like inappropriate stuff.
So if you agree that uniforms should not be worn, and if indeed the principal has an issue with maybe someone walking into the school with an inappropriate attire on,
yes.
That okay, no uniforms, but the stipulation that whatever it is you wear, you make sure it's appropriate.
It's appropriate and don't wear anything too bad or anything, like you have one shirt, so learn.
Okay. Now here's another. School is for learning, not for fashion. Uniforms are less distracting than regular clothes and cause fewer distractions. In addition, they eliminate dress code discussions and interpretations. The child is either in uniform or not, period. It allows teachers to spend more time teaching and less time policing what their students are wearing. They also make mornings much easier on the child and the parents. There is no angst argument over what to wear each day. Kristen.
I would just like that attack uniforms all the time, because think about it, if they're saying that you spend like budget on uniform things and everything, like your clothes and everything, but you also spend budget on uniforms too. Like I go to school like with these shoes on, they tell me no, you have to wear all black shoes, and we have to spend more money to get all black shoes. So it's still taking out of like my parents' budget and everything. Bring it down.
I told you him first.
Okay, so for all the like fashion schools, not for fashion, it's for learning. In the generation that we live in today, it's always a group of people that's going to find their way to so-called finesse in school with designer belts, designer pants, designer shoes, designer shirts that are all within uniform. So everyone looks at that. There's basically a dress down day within the uniform, if you look at it that way, because everyone has the same looking stuff on, but it's not the same stuff. So they have belts. Everyone has belts, but everyone doesn't have a big old Gucci logo belt on their waist. Everybody don't have Jordans. Everybody don't have Vans, special edition designer shoes. So if you look at it from a different point of view, it's actually a dress down inside of it.